Hi, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here. I have a couple of different things today. Something that I found that I knew about, but I didn't realize something about it. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to talk about my word of the year because I am going to do that again, and a couple other things. So first, this is what happens when you need to empty a basket to take pie on Christmas Day to your dad's. So I like to carry the pie in my pie carrier or cake carrier. And it was full of a project. And I knew this project was in here, but I actually didn't know how far along it was. I thought I had done a little bit on it. And this is called Holiday Homies. No, what's it? Let me get the right name. Holidays with Our Homies. There's the pattern. It is a tulip pink pattern, and this is with her Holiday Homies fabric that came out originally, which I don't know what year that was. I'm looking on there. I don't see a year on there exactly, but it was probably maybe 5 years ago. Right now, she has a version of this out in flannel, which looks so cozy. I just fell in love with this. This is the free pattern, and I've got part of it done. So this pattern is free, and I had bought all the fabric and everything. I have to first show you, then I'll pick up one of the stars. This is with the center of the stars. There you can see the holes in it. But this is, oops, are they upside down? Oh yeah, of course they are. This is the fabric I'm cutting. So here are all of the animals. There's 3 different animals, and this fabric has a funny name. It's called Buck Buck Goose. And I believe all of these are all in the flannel. So here is one of the blocks, the star blocks. And there's 3 different centers. There's the dog and the goose, Buck the dog, I guess Buck the deer, and the goose. So there's the goose. They just crack me up. Plus, I love this woodworky kind of red, because red, everything red. And it's got sort of holiday stuff. All of this reminds me of kind of ski resort things, not Christmas. It reminds me of ski resorts, and we used to go as a kid skiing probably went for 4 or 5 different winters with my family when we lived in Europe, and we went skiing around Christmas time or just into January. So it was always wonderful. I always had such a great time. Now, I was surprised. I think I may have known I started the stars, but what I had forgotten was I had done a baggie here. Whoops, I'm going to slip out. So I had done all of the cross blocks, the plus blocks, and I have cut the strips and a lot of the red, all the gray strips for the sashing. So there you can see I mocked up what the star looks like. There it is. So there's stars, but and they're all around the outside of the border too. And then there are the great fabrics. I've got some scraps on there, so let me just hold those. This is the border fabric. And then I have, some more of the other fabrics that I use. I still have some of it. But I am so excited because I'm thinking these sashings, I can get the rest of the star points done because the sashings are cut, the little points are done, so I can just get those out and leave them for me to sew on while I'm doing other things. But I have to get it out and get it over here on the right-hand side of my table, or else in the top of the rolling assistant over here. Because if it's in the top of here or right here on the right side, I will definitely work on it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think I originally was going to do this for my mother-in-law because I thought she would get a kick out of it, and the yellow dog looked a little bit like her favorite dog, Zener, who was the sister of my dog at the time. Look at this. So I'll have to trim this guy up, do something fun with some of the other ones that I can get out of there. Maybe make some mug rugs or make a couple more stars and do a table runner. I don't know. I have a family member that's got a pretty neat dog, so maybe it'll go there. But I have that. So that is now out in the open in UFO working status, because it really is, once I get all those points done, it's done pretty much, so she says. All right, another fun thing. I came up with the best plan for the Secret Lives of Color. We're doing the sew along, and you'll see on the calendar I put the days that we'll read a chapter and which number it is, because otherwise I will never keep track. But I figured out we'll do out of the whole year, 3 of the months we'll do 7 chapters, and the rest of the months we'll do the 6 chapters. Yeah, like, so which way did it go? Yeah, it's 6 and 7. So the first month in January we're doing 7 chapters. But this is the part, I didn't do a mock-up, but you know, I'm giving you the block. I have already given you the block sizes. So there's 3 different sizes you can pick from. And one of our friends said to me, maybe we could have a layout using all 3 sizes. And I thought, well, let's see if I feel inspired, because that sounds super fun. It sounds more interesting to me in a way to do that, because if I have maybe a small scale print, I would do one of the 3-inch size blocks. If I've got bigger scale fabric, one of these. So I've come up with a layout. I will give it to you in January, because I want to do a couple layouts that are all single sizes, just really basic. You can go hunt for other layouts yourself, but I'll give you something very basic. If that's what appeals to you, you can use it. But using all 3 sizes, I drafted a layout the other night. I was all of a sudden sitting there thinking, oh, I have an idea. So I did it, and it worked out. It looks good, but I have to get it written up and all of that. The other thing that I'm going to do is, if you look in the book, okay, because it's important to look at the book and how it's structured. Somebody asked me, are we just going to go sequentially through the book? And I said yes, because it will be a nightmare for me to go skipping all around different chapters and then trying to keep track. I just don't want to have to do that. I just want to go straight to the book. Well, the chapters are, you know, like a whole bunch of things associated with one color: white, orange, yellow. So I thought, well, originally I was going to do all the blocks with a light background. You know, so I did the 2 sets of test blocks. I did light background. But then I thought, you know what? If I'm going to do all 3 sizes, I'm going to mix up so that one of the 2 fabrics is the color of that chapter. So if we're in the white, the chapter in the beginning is white, so I might have a white churn dash part, which I would call where the blue is. That'd be the shoe fly. That's the shoe fly part. And then, you know, it'd be a white shoe fly, and maybe I'll do a blue background. Then maybe one will be a red shoe fly and a white background. That's the white of the chapter. So that I'll mix it up, and the quilt will have all different colors, not based on just one color, and they'll be spread around. I'm just, you know, I think that will be much more fun and exciting for me. You can keep all of yours with the same background or the same color background. I just thought when you get to you're doing the same color for several days in a row, it's kind of like when we did the rainbow quilt. When you're doing the same color several days in a row, you know, you're just like, okay, you know, enough orange. Don't go to the next color. But in this case, I think it will be much more interesting to mix it all up, and then when I lay it out, it'll be all mixed around and it will be super fun. And that's, you know, that's what I am going to do. So I will show you the layout in January, early January. I'll get it done early January, but I don't have it today. I just wanted to tell you there will be an option for a layout where there's multiple sizes and all 3 sizes used, and fairly evenly, you know, so they're almost an equal amount of these. There are 75 blocks, so that makes it a little funky for balanced quilts, because you're, you know, you don't want to do just like, I don't know, it makes it a little weird for the layout. So anyway, I'll get that going to you. Okay, and the last thing is So I am a major goal person, major project writing, tracking, and it's just like my desk is my work area right now. In the past couple of days, it's just got papers all over because I'm just trying to get myself sort of organized. So, for the next few months, basically like, what am I going to plan on doing? And that's what I showed you yesterday on the video, what plan on doing. And then I'll do it again in a couple months. I'll do for the next few months because I find it's just kind of boring to do it too far out. There'll be one or two things that I have to plan far out for whatever reason, but for the most part I like to do them a little, just a few months at a time. So the other thing is I did decide to do one little word, do my word of the year, and do the one little word program with Ali Edwards. I've done one little word for, well, since 2006. So that's like, so this would be my I wrote myself a note. This is my 17th year of doing a word of the year. And I had thought I wasn't going to do it. I decided, well, that's enough. And I found a couple friends that were interested in doing it and wanted to do the program, the one little word with Ali Edwards, where she gives you a prompt every month, and then she has guest designers also for some of the months of the year. So I decided, okay, I've got some friends now to do it with. That will be great. So I am probably it's not January 1st yet. I am probably going to do the word space. That just seems to be connecting with me, and what I'm going to do is space. I'm going to assign myself each month something associated with space to focus on, whether it be creating space, in my inventory of quilts, meaning get rid of some of the quilts. That would be creating space there. It's time to give them to charity. Creating a space outside to be able to sit and enjoy my garden. Create space in my brain where I take some breaks and just sort of do some handwork or read a book, create a different kind of space for myself. So each month I think I will focus on one of those. There might be other things also going, but I like that idea because it gives me a reason each month, to not only the things that Ali might have to talk about in her program, but for me personally associated with this word, what can I do to create or make or use space each month? So that was very exciting to me because I wasn't really feeling a word, and that just sort of came, and it feels nice. And that's how you pick a word. And then you could change. You could just get tired of it halfway through, like of the year. That happens to me most of the time. By halfway through, it served my purpose, and I don't need it anymore, which is great. There's no law that says you have to have it the whole year. You can have a phrase if that works for you. So if you're doing a word of the year, I would love to hear it. Leave me a comment. If you've thought about it but never have done it, it's very interesting. A couple of my friends will be doing it for the very first time, my local friends here. So that's kind of cool. I'll see how they like it. This came in from Judy just before I was finishing up my video, so I want to show it to you. It's a beautiful, yummy mail call. Oranges, grapefruits, look at that. These amazing coconut patties. We get these every single time that we go to Florida and bring them back. These are my favorite. Yum. Plus some honey, Florida orange blossom honey. So thank you so much, Judy. Mwah. So we got holiday homies. If you love that fabric and want to do it in flannel, the flannel is currently available. The link is in the description box. Be ready for the Secret Lives of Color and our Sew Along. I am so ready. First block is January 1. Yes, and I will have a video January 1. It will be not a long video. I'll probably just do a shorter video, but definitely going to kick off that first block, and I'm going to kick it off right. Kick it off good. So, okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. See you online.